What's up, fam? It's been a minute. It's so good to be back because I got another message for y'all. So open up your hearts, open up your minds, and let's get started. So this message is for those who are on the perpetual state of the grind, those who have neglected caring for themselves. Again, this is a loving and gentle reminder. The societal ladder was created with us in mind so that we can and will self-destruct. And I hope by the time we realize this, that it's not too late. And I know it's not too late because people are actually connecting the dots. Those who have their eyes wide open are understanding that none of this is sustainable. They're starting to wonder and connect with their joy. They're starting to question things, and they're starting to make major shifts in their lives. So I know it's not too late. The system as it is has been built isn't sustainable. So I'm not focused on breaking any systems or tearing them down. That is just not of interest for me, because to me that's a distraction. And so those of us who have our eyes wide open see the band-aids and the false sense of securities. Because we know symptoms cannot be healed. They can only be covered up in band-aids. And as the symptoms become louder, so do the distractions, and so that we can continue to numb ourselves. And sometimes the distractions get louder because we're starting to see things for what they really are. There's an illusion, a realm strategically designed so that we can cling to our pain. But it's not all doom and gloom, because I wouldn't be here if I believed that. I know it's not sustainable because we are the creators, which means we can create the worlds that we live in. When I talk with my clients and they begin to realize how powerful they are, and they begin to realize that they created this and that they can actually recreate a different kind of narrative, a different kind of life for themselves, things begin to really powerfully change in their lives. This past weekend, I went to one LA church with my partner when I was in Los Angeles. And the many messages that was shared was we are brought here to this physical plane to change the culture with our gifts, to change the culture with our talents, our thoughts, our ideas. And so I might add, we weren't sent here to proliferate the dark, but to illuminate the light. And it's not a light versus dark thing, because to get a handle on the light, we all must get a handle of the dark, which means, y'all, it's us versus ourselves. And I'm sure you've heard all is self. You've heard that over and over again. But when we begin to understand and understand this fully in our bodies and in our hearts, we understand how we were not created for this, for our symptoms to overtake ourselves, to overtake our bodies, our thoughts, our minds, all of that. The way the system is built, it goes against every fiber of our being. That's why it doesn't really work. That's why when we're about to do something and it's totally out of alignment and it just doesn't feel right, we tend to sense a bit of resistance, right? We may even procrastinate. We may self-sabotage. We may do all these things. So the question is, what can we do? And this is my MO. We got to go deeper. We're not going deep enough. We got to go beyond the symptoms to the depths, below the surface, underneath it all. Because when we go to the depths of ourselves, that is when we can liberate our minds and heal our hearts. A human who has mastery over themselves cannot be penetrated by outside forces. Let me say that again. I don't think y'all heard that. A human who has mastery over themselves cannot be penetrated by outside forces. Remember that.